that I can get to, you know, alleviate the cost a little bit. Yeah, I did. Helps. And that 150 goal, yeah, that's, like I say, only like half the price. So just merely trying to get a little help. The games are even more expensive. The games are like $70 to $100 a piece, so those are a different story. The little cards, the TurboGrafx 16 games came on these would look like almost credit cards, but with golden pins on the end, and they're very, very rare these days. It wasn't very popular in the States. Just like straight up, it wasn't very popular in the States. Like, it was competing with Nintendo and Sega, and it just couldn't do it. It didn't get the licenses like most of the games that are on TurboGrafx 16, or like Konami games. It's pretty much the only people that would license to them. There's a few. There's a lot of Japanese games. Let me know whenever you want me to stop telling you what to do. You can help me out if I feel lost, but don't feel obligated to like walk me through. I'll ask whenever I'm like, okay, I'm lost, what the fuck I can do. Or if you see me in a room and I miss something, be like, hey, you missed something, dumbass. Yeah. Yeah, no shit. Well, I think he means more or less my chat. Like, the last 2 nights or 3 nights playing this game has been the most active for my chat in God, ages since I started streaming. I haven't had this much chatter, and it's really cool to chat along with the viewers and get their input and stuff like that. I really like whenever that happens. It's thrilling. And it seems that GameCube presents a lot of nostalgia boners for people. I've tried the NES, Super NES, Sega games. The Sega games do not bring nearly as many people as the Super Nintendo, and the Nintendo does not bring as nearly many people as the Super Nintendo. Like, whenever I was a kid, I had everything, because whenever I was like, I think 2-3 years old, they bought me a Nintendo, and they saw how much I loved that. So then whenever Super Nintendo came out, I got that instantly. Then I got a Sega and a Sega CD, like back to back. And then Sega Saturn came out, got that, but I only got like 5 or 6 games for that. It was just not, there's nothing really available. Like, it was just rough. Yeah. I was not a spoiled rich kid. That was basically the only things that I would get was the consoles. And then like for my birthday, I would get well, not a console, but a couple games. For Easter, instead of candy, I would get a game. Like, right? Thank you. For report cards, if I would get straight A's, I would get a game. Like anytime I just did something really good as a kid, I would get a game. Yes, I rented a shitload of games because I grew up next door to a video store. Literally next door to a video store. Fuck, I only blocked half of them that time. It was called Video Depot, and they didn't have a very large selection of video games and stuff, but the movies were outrageous. During the 80s and 90s, that was, God, all I did growing up was watch movies and play video games. Did I rent games so often that I could have saved more money buying them? Not whenever I was a kid, more whenever I was a teenager, yes, probably. But no, my mom was smart. She just bought them, or she would buy them from the rental store. Like, they were really cool about that. I would be able to just go in, and if I rented something like 5, 6, 7 times, they would be like, alright, do you want to just buy it? Yeah. Hit him with your star power. Oh, I done wrecked him. He's done. He's Dunskies, bros. He's Dunyan rings. Everybody's like, what the fuck? You mean the purple-shaped Mario is not the bad guy? We've been hanging around with this dork? Yeah, he actually fucking talks. Oh! Right? Oh!
Oh yeah.
Look. Yeah, grab him by his sheet. Tie him up. Yeah, but they keep calling him ugly in this one, and they just never reveal that it's, yeah. Because in Japanese culture, it wasn't very uncommon for a man to play a role of a woman in theater, or if there was like a whole bunch of fucking, you know, boys in the family, or rather girls in the family, like the boy would feel ostracized, and then he'd end up becoming like a cross-dresser in a theater. Like, these things? Vape, I would assume. Yeah. No, I haven't heard of any recalls on my brand in particular. I'm like, what, this thing? Why does Sticker Star have to suck? I've never played Sticker Star. Major recall, there be Kangertech is the manufacturer. All that smoke messed with the green screen. Yeah, it'll do that. Portable consoles always get half-assed games except for the Zeldas, usually. Yeah, I agree with that. Just the way of Nintendo. Spirit Tracks was really the only half-assed Zelda in my opinion. I fucking could not dig that one. And doesn't Colton like love that one? What the fuck? Yeah, no. Blowing up in people's faces. The problem with them blowing up in people's faces is they modify them and they use voltages that they're not supposed to be using and coils that they're not supposed to be using and wires that they're not supposed to be using, or they're shorting their battery and shit like that. Mine is not modified in any way. Oh shit. It's not a mechanical mod. It's just simple. The battery is the heating element is way up here and the battery is way down here, so I'm not really too worried about the heat traveling all the way down to the battery. It doesn't actually get that hot. That's the major problem with vape pens and stuff like that. Or people will get the tube mods where the battery is directly underneath the heating element, and then they modify it, and then that's why the battery blows up, because from the battery being right on top of the heating element, it just fucking goes, because they use the wrong voltages and shit like that. Instead of Ocarina, when Batani should use those wooden train whistle things. It's a lie no matter what I do. Oh fuck. Okay. Really? 1,000-year-old demon soul? They are shitty, Dr. Robotnik too. That sucks. The steam escapes out the handle. Yeah, that's pretty fucking terrible. And this fucking this fucking computer keeps watching me take a shower, creeping me out. I've seen the ending of this game. Back whenever it was first released, I watched a friend of mine play this game from start to finish because he was absolutely obsessed with Paper Mario, and since I watched him play it, I felt like I didn't really need to play it myself, and I just recently acquired it, so I'm like,